Hey guys, it's Dan here at J&D Gardens. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Please support the channel by planting that subscribe button. And if you're already a viewer, welcome back. Well, we got a great composting tip for you today. Now, biggest thing that I get is people telling me that their compost pile is just taking too long to break down. It's just nothing's happening, and they kind of get discouraged. And the big problem with that is that people don't take the time to either turn the entire pile, and that means by taking it all apart and putting it all back together, or putting it back together inside some kind of bin, or even just aerating it. And if you don't aerate a compost pile, your pile will start getting anaerobic, which means there won't be any air getting to all the different parts inside. It might start heating up, but eventually it's going to cool down. The real way for things to break down is to constantly get it moving around. Now, we're here in front of our new compost bin, which is the Vivosun Expandable compost bin, and I must say it's doing pretty well. We started about a week ago, and I have my composting thermometer here, and it's doing pretty well. It's doing about 130 degrees, and you can feel even through there. It's it's getting pretty warm. The inside is doing pretty well, but I don't see it climbing more than that because I haven't done anything with it. Now, it's only been a week, so I don't really need to turn the entire pile, but I do want to get some aeration to it. So by aerating, man, just you want to take something like a shovel or a pitchfork and just kind of move it around, just to get the insides out and the outsides in. If you want to come a little closer, you can see what I'm talking about. And just kind of moving things around. And during this time, you can, I can feel the heat coming out. I don't know if you see some steam or not. It's pretty good. And it's already starting to break down nicely. And during this time is the perfect time to maybe add some more water if you see it's dry, or add some more nitrogen. Now, the problem with this is it's very tiring, and I can't really get to the bottom unless I take the whole thing apart. But I do have a tip for you, and I'm doing a couple of videos like this showing you how to turn a pile with some of your gardening tools that you may or may not have. And today we're going to use an auger. Now, I know this seems a little crazy. Now, you might say, this is not a usual tool. Dan, I don't have an auger like this. I have no need for one of those. That's true. I do a lot of post digging, so I definitely need. I've been replacing the fence of my property for years, so I've had this for a while, and it's a great tool to have. And I use it whenever, because I always say how the shale in the soil in my area is very shaly, so sometimes I actually use it to dig some plants. But whereas if you do a lot of composting, this might be something you might want to think of investing in. Now, it doesn't have to be a stout auger like this. It could be something simpler. And if you're near the house and it has, and yet you can get power to it, they actually make electric ones, smaller than this, but good enough to use for what I'm about to show you. So I'm gonna have you get a little closer once I move it in place. Let me get this started first. I'm not going to turn the pile like I said right now. Right now I'm just kind of going to aerate it. And I have my smallest auger bit on it. Seems small, but I got bigger ones. And let me show you what I'm doing. Hopefully the noise will be all right as I'm using it. Took a little second to get it started, so I'm gonna have you come a little closer with the camera so you can kind of look down to it. So the key is to get things moving around inside, get some holes in it so that some air can penetrate. Now, this might seem crazy, but at the steam coming out? I don't know if you can see that. Let me start another hole. Alright, so you get the idea. Now that may seem a little extreme, oh boy, but if you saw, there was some steam coming out. Now yes, it is cold out here, but that's the heat from inside escaping and allowing more air to get in. Now I have some holes. I can take my rainwater here and add some more water. And it's going to penetrate a little more inside. Now, when I'm mixing like this, I think one more. This will probably be a sheet of ice later tonight. It's getting kind of chilly, or maybe not. The heat from inside will help it. So, now normally at this time I don't add to the pile. I usually add to the pile when I'm doing a full turn. When I take it apart, I'm going to add a lot more material, and it's going to be even higher, and then it'll start breaking down. But I do want to add a little nitrogen to it, so I have some coffee grounds, and oh boy, this one had, oh, they left some beans in it. Oh wow, you never know what we get at Starbucks. There you go. That nitrogen really helps. And okay, let's see if we get this start right away. Oh, sorry. Kind of crazy, right? Think of it as a big blender for your compost pile. Now just a little more water, and I think that should do it. That have all these holes, and I'll tell you, that's just going to help with the breakdown that much more. And what'd that take? In a couple of minutes? Probably next week I'll do a full turn, but for this week that's going to be fine. If I have some time and it's decent weather, I'll come by and do that again. But for now, I'm going to put the thermostat back in and let it climb. Now it's going to take a little while because I cooled it off with it, but eventually as it heats up a little more, that's going to start to climb pretty good. So it's already over 100 right now, and it's climbing. Yeah, it's over 80, sorry, and it's climbing up to 100 right now, so pretty good. So there you go. Real simple, easy way to get some aeration to your compost pile without having to take the whole thing apart. And if, like I said, if you don't have an auger, you can use your pitchfork. But if it's something you want to do, and I can use it inside these compost bins as well. I can use the auger, and I have inside those compost bins as well. But one of the beauty parts about this one from Vivosun is I can kind of get it from all angles. So it's pretty nice, and it works perfect like this. So, sorry, if you're something that you're interested in doing, then I'm going to leave some links to some different augers, ones that are electric and maybe even smaller gas ones, easier to manage than this big stout one. And like I said, if you're doing a lot of composting, it might be the way to go and save your back than doing all the shoveling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little tip video. If you have any questions on all things composting, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. And be sure to hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. So from all of us here at J&D Gardens, till next time, remember, yes we can.